Hello, it's Gooboberti here, and my perspective on the future got slightly tweaked in a good way. Last week, on the 19th of April, 2017, found out at the F8 Facebook conference, virtually of course, I saw it, I didn't go there. Vision for the future, painted by Facebook. My mind was thoroughly blown when I saw this whole conference thing, and I condensed down all the fluff. I got rid of it, chopped it, got rid of the fat. I left a little bit of fat just for the flavor. I condensed down a pretty long and vaguely dry conference down to the meat. So I hope you enjoy this more efficient version of Michael Abrash, the chief scientist of Oculus Research Labs, part of Facebook that does VR and AR things, where he gives a breakdown on the near and late future of a virtual computing world. Hold on to your butts, this is about to get wild and crazy.
Hold on to your butts.
Gooboberti.
Virtual computing encompasses both virtual and augmented reality, and I think its impact may ultimately be even greater than that of personal computing. VR will offer increasingly convincing experiences, and it will gain the ability to capture the real world and bring it into your virtual world. That will let you move around safely, use your keyboard, mouse, and desk in VR, pick up your coffee mug, teleport all over the world, and share experiences with people all over the planet. VR will be the most immersive way to interact with the virtual world, and it will revolutionize how we work and play. Few people would be comfortable socializing in person with someone whose eyes they can't see, and social acceptability is an absolute requirement for anything we wear in public. In order to make virtual computing as much a part of everyday life as the smartphone is today, we're going to need see-through augmented reality. Transparent glasses that can show virtual images overlaid on the real world. See-through AR glasses are the path to what I'll call full AR. Augmentation that enhances your vision and hearing seamlessly, that makes you smarter and more capable, that is light, comfortable, stylish, power efficient, and socially acceptable enough to accompany you everywhere you go. And full AR is what I'd like to talk about today. And of course, every one of us here today has a virtual portal in our pocket or purse. There's probably not a person in this room who's more than 10 seconds away from the virtual world right now. And for most of us, that's true almost every waking moment of our life. Each of us has instant access to better communication and many orders of magnitude more information than anyone in human history. Rather than looking at that virtual ocean through windows, we can swim in it like fish. And that's what AR is all about. So what would it take for us to live in the virtual world? Well, everything we experience in the world, real or virtual, comes through our senses. So it seems obvious that we'd want to be able to see, hear, feel, smell, and taste the virtual world, just as we do the real world. If we could do that, the virtual world would simply become a part of our reality. VR shows that it's already possible to put the right photons on our retinas, the right pressure waves on our eardrums, and the right vibrations on our skin to get the full perceptual system to kick in, creating experiences that feel genuinely real. If we could mix those virtual experiences seamlessly with the real world, AR would then be able to leverage all our perceptual, memory, cognitive, and motor capabilities. In short, all the ways we're wired to interact. And then we would truly live in the virtual world. Consider the glasses I'm wearing. They enhance the acuity of my vision every waking moment. But what if they were AR glasses that enhance perception in other ways as well? What if they could enable me to see in low light? What if I could see people and places on the other side of the world? What if AR glasses could help me live a normal life if macular degeneration, which runs in my family, hits me? Share that whiteboard with a colleague in another city and let you bring up your full workspace in complete privacy on a plane. Imagine they could even mute random background noise so we can concentrate, which I personally would love, but still let us hear a friend's voice. Imagine too that they let us create and share inexpensive digital goods, play games with friends around the world, share private notes and art, get interactive repair advice. Most of all, imagine that they let us transcend time and space to connect with those we care about. Imagine AR glasses that enhance our perception so that the lines between the virtual and real worlds blur, giving us deeper experiences, stronger connections, and richer lives. And people with AR glasses will simply be the smartest, most productive, best connected people around. Think about how much smarter and more productive and connected you are thanks to your computer and phone. So, what will it take to get AR glasses on the ramp to being as ubiquitous as smartphones are today? First, let me say that I think we will ultimately need to get to full AR in order for that to happen. If you'll recall, I defined full AR as glasses that enhance your vision and hearing seamlessly, that make you smarter and more capable, and that are light, comfortable, stylish, power efficient, and socially acceptable enough to be a constant part of your life. Full AR will not be an occasional or special case device. It will be your always-on helper, continually aware of your surroundings, your context, and your history, constantly mixing the real and virtual worlds to serve your needs and keep you connected. But do you really want to be seeing thousands of people's names floating over their heads right now? Of course you don't. But you also don't want to have to submit a query every time you do want to know a name. You just want it to pop up when you need it, the same way your own memory works. And that will take always-on, contextually aware AI to make it happen. Think of full AR as being like having a tiny, tireless assistant with a perfect memory and an internet connection sitting on your shoulder, answering your questions and feeding you useful information by beaming it directly into your eyes and ears. Seeing virtual images is the first thing people think of when they think of AR. There's a lot that has to be solved in order for that to be good enough, including resolution, field of view, depth of focus, image quality, see-through quality, brightness and contrast. And it's far more challenging than VR because we have to see the real world clearly and we have to be able to wear the glasses comfortably all day. Augmenting audio is similarly challenging, again, because of the need for comfort and to be able to hear the real world clearly. AR's interaction model will be very different from anything that's come before because you have to be able to interact in all the situations you encounter during the day, with your hands full, in noisy environments and meetings, you name it. I predict that AR will involve the greatest leap in the nature of human-computer interaction since the mouse and GUI. The ultimate would be a direct brain-computer interface, and as Regina will tell you in a few minutes, that may be closer than you think. Before you can mix the real and virtual worlds effectively, you first have to know what's out there in the real world. The more capable AR glasses become of reconstructing and understanding the world around you, the better they'll be able to mix virtual with real, and the more relevant the information and advice they'll be able to provide you will be. That tireless assistant sitting on your shoulder throughout the day will require more general AI capabilities than anything that exists today. And in fact, it may be augmented reality that drives AI to the next level. Finally, the payload for all this is the experiences you'll have with your newfound superpowers, and that will be a rich area to explore for a long time. It's also possible to come at AR from the other direction, by capturing the real world and then displaying it in VR, and I expect that to be an important part of the virtual reality experience before too many years pass. But the tipping point will come with full, always-on, go-everywhere, audio-visual AR glasses. The next great wave, virtual computing, is just beginning to form, and it will complete the transformation Lick started by making us natives in a new world, one that combines the best of both real and virtual. A world in which we have tightly coupled superpowers of perception, a brilliant, tireless assistant always ready to help us, and the ability to effortlessly transcend time and space and connect with one another. Because one day, before too long, virtual computing will change everything. And when it does, you will have the opportunity to be an important part of that change if you so choose. And if you do, I promise, you'll never be bored. Thank you.
So there you have it. We have this vision of the future. You got these smart glasses powered by super-duper AI that's able to do all kinds of wonderful things and to be living within a virtual world and controlling it with your brain. So I think we're heading towards this Roger Rabbit universe of having cartoons and weird genie buddies flying around the sky helping you out and talking to you and having information bubbles popping up. It's crazy. It's coming soon. And Facebook is powering it, and I'll be showing you more of this content as time goes by, so stay tuned, like and subscribe. The Gooboberti way. Gooboberti.